would your mornings change if you prepared for them the night before? Welcome back to the show, guys. You know who I am. I'm Heather Chauvin, and this is Mom is in Control, where it's all about helping you feel more in control of your life so you can shift the way that you live, work, play, and parent. Before we dive into today's episode, I will be talking about my unconventional nighttime routine and what I do to set myself up for success for the following day. It doesn't take long. I even do it with my kids and their stuff as well. And I can get to bed quicker. I'm not worried about the next day, and magic happens. But before we dive into that, I want to tell you about, if you've been listening, I've been talking about Dad is in control. My husband has decided to start his own private Facebook group, and we don't know where it's going to go yet, but starting to cultivate and create a community of men who are fathers. Not all of them have to be fathers, but mainly fathers, and helping them feel in control of their life. So he's over there doing his thing. I'm not even allowed to be a part of the Facebook group. I got kicked out because I'm a female, and I'm okay with that. So head on over to dadisincontrol.com. If you go to dadisincontrol.com, excuse me, you're going to be directed to the Facebook page. And so you can like the Facebook page, you can share it on your Facebook profile, and the private Facebook group is linked to that Facebook page. So you can actually just search it on Facebook, Dad is in Control, or just check it out on the Facebook page. So the easiest way is just go to dadisincontrol.com and find the Facebook page on Facebook. All right, guys, so let's dive in. Okay, now, back to my unconventional nighttime routine. So we've all heard of The Miracle Morning, right? It's a book, amazing book. And I'm a huge advocate of having a morning routine, and it doesn't need to be religious. It doesn't need to be like every day you're up at this time. There's a lot of rah-rah of the 5 a.m. club and get up and work out and eat and do all of these things before your children are even out of bed. Well, guess what? Mostly, I want to say 100%. Most of the people that I see who create these 5 a.m. clubs and these morning routines are men. And I'm not going to man shame, but I just want to say that we need to find a feminine approach to morning routine. And some days you're like, yay, I'm energized. And then all of a sudden your hormones, it's that time of month, you're like, oh, I need a little extra sleep. And we have a tendency as women to give, and not really receive and give more to ourselves. So I'm a huge advocate for morning routine. But when it comes to 5 a.m. club, 6 a.m. club, I don't know, whatever club you want to be in, we got to take the pressure off ourselves. I mean, wake up, have some sense of routine. I'm a huge advocate for meditation and mindfulness. It doesn't matter what you do. You can start with your the Headspace app. It's free. Do a little journaling, even if it's like a one-liner. What you're trying to do is shift your brain into, I got this. There's nothing more annoying than jumping out of bed because your child is screaming for you. And yes, I understand this happens sometimes. And then maybe your morning routine has to shift after. The point is that you start to cultivate and create space for yourself. I've had tremendous feedback from people who have morning routines. But not a lot of people talk about nighttime routines. So this is something that I do, and I'll go through the process. And of course, it looks different every day. I would say about after dinner, lunches are made. We make lunches. I make sure that the kids' backpacks are checked. I go through their agenda, make sure there's no emails I need to read from teachers or notes or anything like that. I sign the agenda. If there's homework or last things that, they need to get done, we do that. That's a whole nother podcast topic about homework. I'm not even going to get into that topic here because that's energetically charged topic as well. But we start this routine early. It's not about 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night going, oh shit, we didn't do this. I start this very early, like after dinner. I have the kids get their clothes ready for the day before. So depending on the age, but my kids are 13, 8, and 5, they can all pick out their clothes, right? So everybody does this. Pick out your clothes. And yes, sometimes reminders. Pick out your clothes, pick out your clothes, pick out your clothes. But it becomes routine and then it's habit. So the clothes are picked out the night before. This is like, guys, again, after dinner, you can still play and go and be and do whatever, but the routine is done very early so that there's no pressure, there's no there's no anger being projected of like, come on, time to go. We have, the bath time, whatever. What I do is I look at my calendar. So whether it's on my phone or on my computer, and I look from morning to evening of everything that I have going on. Now, there's something I teach inside the mastery program, and we're accepting applications till March 1st. So that's next Thursday at midnight. If you are interested and you've been sitting on the fence and you're like, oh, wouldn't it be nice? Yes, it is nice, and magic can happen, and you and I will have a conversation. So in order for that to happen, you have to head on over to momisincontrol.com/mastery. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because there's a module that I teach called energetic time management. And this is when, we do a lot of work before this, but it's about your daily actions that are in alignment with what your soul is craving. That big picture of more, right? That big vision that you have of, where do you want your work to go? How do you want your family life to look like? How do you want your health to feel? And what actions do you have to take on a daily basis to get there? So when I look at my calendar, I've already done all of this. And I know the actions that I'm taking from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. Now, that doesn't always happen. So I'm being upfront and honest with you that I don't always complete it word for word, like, time for time. But the reason why it's there is my brain can focus on what is my theme for the day. What am I working on today? What do I need to get done? And do I have time for that? So I'll give you an example. If I have a coaching call with a client, I will send out the email. And typically I'll do this earlier in the day if it's for a coaching call. And I'll confirm with them, make sure, do they have the call-in details, right? Are the call-in details in the description of our conversation? Am I going to an appointment? Do I know where this appointment is? Do I know the address, right? How many times have you gotten in the car and you're driving somewhere and you're on your phone or you're looking at the GPS, you don't even know where you're going, and then you show up late. So this is how we start to become on time in our lives. We're preparing ourselves and going, okay, I have this meeting. What do I need to do to prepare for this meeting? Where am I going for this meeting? Did I give myself enough time to drive to this meeting? So things like that. Where on my calendar am I eating? If your go-to is like me and you not refuse to eat, but you forget to eat during the day, especially if you're go, and you're enjoying yourself, and you're kind of fueled on your work, it's really, really important to eat, to keep your metabolism up and to create the momentum and things like that. So I actually physically have to put eating on my calendar, and I even put alarms on my phone to remind me to eat, because if I don't, then I won't eat. What else do I do? So after I review everything, make sure, do I know where I'm going? Do I have everything that I need? If I'm going to the gym in the morning, I will make sure that all of my gym clothes are laid out the night before, that all of my meals are prepped. Sometimes I even make my post-workout shake and my breakfast is made so that all I have to do is physically get up, put my clothes on, and walk to I walk to the door, grab my stuff. I don't want to have decision fatigue. If you have decision fatigued, you will avoid taking that action because it will feel too hard and you're just setting yourself up for failure. What else? That's pretty much what I do. And it's routine. And so I remember when I've implemented this with some of my clients, it's been a game changer for them, right? We're trying to cultivate and conserve our energy. And mornings can be a huge energy leak for people. So if you prepare the night before and go, okay, the meals are done, the clothes are picked out, what else is a struggle? I've even gotten to the point of turning back all the clocks in my house to get my kids to pretend that it's a different time. So I wake them up earlier And then I just mentally know, okay, it's like a half hour earlier. And we get everybody up and out the door early. And then, and then eventually they click onto it, and then I just change the time all over again. But it gets the routines going. So it's about being really unconventional and asking yourself, where is my struggle? Where do I feel out of alignment in my day? And how can I implement a system or a strategy to make it feel easier? Remember, this year is all about ease, right? How can I make this easier? So a lot of the feedback that I receive from my clients are, Heather, I still work at my job, or I feel out of control because a lot of the meetings that I have, I cannot control when they happen, right? And so I get it. Sometimes you have a boss, and so there's meetings all over the place and they get switched up and chaos can happen, but you do have control. You are like a person. You have a mind, a body, and a soul. And the thing is, sometimes we're not putting boundaries in place and we're teaching people how to treat us. So there's been many, businesses that I have worked with, meaning not client-wise, but people I have personally worked with for my own business and provided service to me, and they teach me how to treat them. Meaning, if someone goes, "Oh yeah, I'm available on the weekend," then sometimes we would meet on a Saturday or Sunday if my week was full. Or other people were like, "Nope, I'm only available at this time and this time. When are you available in between that?" And then I make that work. So my point is, we have to be extremely mindful of, are we bending our boundaries and then being pissed off? Are we bending our boundaries and then being pissed off? Because if you're giving an inch and someone takes a mile, then you can't give that inch. So create your time boundaries with yourself. And if you're still feeling like, Heather, I have no control over this, one, I believe you have more control than you're giving yourself credit for. You have to use your voice and take a stand. Also, you are legally bound to have lunch and breaks and things like that. Put that on your calendar. Craft out that time. Make a stand and say, I'm not willing to work through lunch. I'm not willing to do this. I have a very important meeting. I will be leaving the office. Therefore, I am unavailable. What does that mean? You could be sitting in your car eating lunch for all you care. You could be driving around, driving around the parking lot just to get out of the office. Whatever you need to do. You're going for a walk. The point is, you need to honor your time. You need to respect it as much as you would like other people to respect your time. Because we teach people how to treat us. This is the quote I always use, and it's from Byron Katie. We teach people how to treat us. If you respect your time, other people will respect your time as well. So that's it. That is my unconventional nighttime routine. I'm not overcomplicating this process. So to review, every day, every single day, even on the weekends, yes, even on the weekends, I review my calendar for the following day, and this typically happens after lunch. If it's a school day the next day, lunches are made. I'm making sure that my food is prepped. Everybody's clothes are prepped. Agendas are checked off, signed, whatever needs to happen. And so we have lots of time after this. No one's rushing to bed. No one's rushing to do anything. And I'm looking at my appointments going, do I need to confirm with anybody? Do I know where I'm going? Do I need to prep anything? Is there anything I need to create space for in my day? That's it, guys. So I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, let me know. Send us a message at support@heatherchauvin.com. Let me know how you've created shifts in your life. And if you are ready to rock 2018, you want to feel more connected to yourself, more connected to your family, and you're just like, oh my God, I'm so done with my own bullshit, and you're ready to be called out, but also in a kind, loving way to become the best version of you. Yes, I know it's really hard to invest in yourself, but it's not about you. It's about who you become. and the bigger impact you make when you are becoming that person. This is about how you live your life. This is about how you work. This is about how you play. And this is how you want to be remembered. So thank you guys so much for listening. I'll be back tomorrow. And yeah, chat soon.
Yeah, I yelled at my kids a lot, and I knew something wasn't, I'll say wasn't right, but now I've come to understand that I was just out of alignment. The things that I was doing in my life weren't in alignment with the way I want to feel in my life. So I came to Heather for help, and yeah, she gave me the tools and the skills to be able to maneuver and to make it more of what I want. I wasn't spending time on me. I wasn't doing the little things. It was a struggle for me to find enough time to get in the shower for like a proper shower. Without a full cup, I can't fill anyone else's cup. And I have 2 little boys who rely on me for things, but they don't rely on me for everything. So she gave me a lot of perspective on things that on the stories I was telling myself that were complete bullshit. And, you know, she just helped me find a path that was productive, that changed my habits for the better, makes me a better mom. Heather taught me that it's progress, not perfection. I think that sums it up well. I no longer look to have things figured out instantaneously. I'm patient with myself. I'm graceful with myself. I give myself permission to not get it right the first time.